The Sword Singer, the Blades Master. This is Excalibur, the swordsman Warframe. While you were out partying, he studied the blade. He is the first. Before there was Volt, before there was Rhino, there was Excalibur. Finding his design roots in the armor of DE's previous game, Dark Sector, Excalibur is a master swordsman, and as such, uses a blade for his full kit. Excalibur's passive is one of the most thematic, dealing 10% more damage and attacking 110% faster with swords than other frames do. These swords include one-handed swords, one-handed nikanas, dual-wield swords, rapiers, and his exalted blade. Something you'll notice is passives are more cherries on top, rather than being a serious boon most of the time. However, it is a nice benefit if you enjoy using swords as your melee of choice most of the time. Slash Dash sees Excalibur charge towards his enemy in his line of sight, dealing slash damage, chaining to multiple enemies, and making Excalibur invulnerable. Because of the invulnerability effect, this ability can be used as a safe way to deal damage, so long as you have enough energy to constantly recast it. If for some reason you wish to cancel the ability, simply use your melee button or jump. Radial blind is a blind in a radius around you. I don't feel like I need to explain this, but I will. Excalibur raises his blade to the sky, blinding all enemies in his vicinity. Enemies that are blinded are stunned and become vulnerable to finishers. Radial blind is helpful when freeing Excalibur up every now and then. It can also be used to help deal a larger amount of damage through finisher attacks than what a normal melee attack could do. Stabbing his exalted blade into the ground, Radial Javelin fires multiple blades at enemies around Excalibur. The blades deal high impact, slash, and puncture damage to enemies and pin them to walls upon death. Radial Javelin is a fairly powerful AoE ability, however it does have a somewhat slow animation. I would say to keep that in mind when you try using this ability. Exalted Blade allows Excalibur to summon forth his spectral sword, firing energy slashes with every swing. As an exalted weapon, Exalted Blade is able to be modded as any other melee weapon to improve its stats. Performing a slide attack with Exalted Blade will create a smaller radial blind. Using Slash Dash while Exalted Blade is active will apply all of its mods to the ability, as well as firing energy waves for every dash. Exalted Blade drains energy over time while active and replaces your melee weapon until deactivated or you run out of energy. At rank 30, Excalibur has 370 HP, 370 shields, 240 armor, and 150 energy. His polarity slots are 1 Matter Eye and 1 Vazarin. As one of the starting frames, Excalibur can be chosen during the tutorial. However, if you didn't pick him up, his parts can be acquired from the Mars Lieutenant Relic Krill assassination. His primary blueprint can be purchased from the market. Now I think it's time to see him in action one last time. Excalibur is a warrior of honor and strength. Will you take up the blade, Tenno?